Hello and welcome everyone, Lionheart here with another Hear Me Roar. We'll be covering various things today, but first off I'm going to be releasing a variety of different content over the next few days, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But the main thing this video is about is dealing with my reaction since the Google Plus switchover of November 7th. How I've dealt with that over the last few days. I already uploaded a video telling you guys the best way to set up and configure your Google Plus settings. That link is in the description. Please do go check that video out, because at the moment you're not just helping yourselves out, you're helping me out and everybody else that wants to comment to you, because it's incredibly frustrating at the moment when I want to comment to someone, or they've, not necessarily someone that's, made a comment to perhaps have a go at me or something like that, but just generally they're asking a really good question or they want help with something. I can't reply to them if they don't have these settings set up properly, which is incredibly frustrating because it's really reduced the way I can connect with you guys and interact with you easily, which is what Google Plus is about, easily connecting people. At least that's how the system looks, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. But let's look at the two things. YouTube, a vast video sharing network that allows anyone to comment on anyone's content. You don't have to know them to be able to watch their video, unless obviously specified by the content creator. Obviously there is a minority that just uses this to send private videos around to other people, but ultimately this is a public video sharing website that allows anyone to view your content, and that's generally how I view it should be used. What's the point of using it if you're going to let a few people look at it? Obviously that's fine if you want to send, I don't know, grandparents video of the new baby or something like that, family stuff. But generally it is, look at me, I just backflipped off a truck, let everybody see how awesome I am. That kind of thing. Google Plus, traditional social network with shapes, circles, a kind of a new interface for a new developing technological age, basically. They've gone for a brand new facelift, something completely different. But at the core of it is, just like Facebook or Twitter, you have to know the person, or you have to connect with them, add them as a friend, follow them to really engage and interact with them, and for them to be able to reply back to you and you to reply back to them. That works as a social network. Bringing that exact system and plonking it on top of YouTube's comment system, which I will say did need an overhaul. Not desperately, but it hasn't really changed in, what, 7, 8 years or so? However long YouTube's been running, I don't think there's been a huge update to the inbox and the comment system since it first launched. So this is a radical upgrade, which is why so many people are upset about it, because it's not a gradual one, as YouTube's slowly been gradually evolving and changing its channel design. Obviously the one channel design was a big change, but it had several, progressions to it. Comment system kind of just went from what we know to boom, Google Plus, which people don't want. So okay, it's happened, we're going to have to live with it. Yes, I know there's petitions flying around, and it's great that I think on one of them it's nearly got 80,000 signatures. But at the end of the day, YouTube and Google Plus are both free sites to use. So at the end of the day, we as the user, I'm afraid Google can just go, no, it's fine, we're cool. Just because you can't comment, it doesn't actually stop you using the main function of the site, which is to watch videos. So as long as that happens, they're not really going to care, I doubt. And yes, that is kind of the middle finger to pretty much most of us that like the old comment system, and maybe I am being a little bit pessimistic saying that, petitions aren't going to do anything. I would love for me to be completely wrong and for them to change it back or add an option in to switch between the two systems, but that's just going to screw things up more and break comments even more, I think. So, and I'm saying this purely because something like this is not something I can go, oh, we'll give it a few weeks and see how it works out. I have to basically adapt to using the new Google Plus comment system now, and if you guys want to continue commenting, unfortunately, so will you guys. So check out that video in the description if you haven't already. The main thing on it is that you have to go to your Google Plus settings and change the who can view my posts or who can reply or interact with my posts or comments to anyone. Normally it's probably just set to in my circles or something like that. You need to make it to anyone, otherwise when you click reply to someone, you type your message out, it's good, you hit reply and then it deletes your comment from the box and has a little message come up at the top saying you cannot comment on this post. That is because they haven't set it up so that other people, so that anyone can comment back to them, which is incredibly frustrating. So please guys, if you want to do that, please do that. Also, I've got to say a little thing now. People that have been kind of spamming the stupid little artworks of penises, of pedo bears, things like that, even the famous Patrick Stewart sort of like face palm thing, please don't do it on my videos because I will just remove them. I don't appreciate them because they are just spam and they're so annoying. First couple of days I can get that, but it's just getting annoying. And also people constantly spamming or like spamming through the comments to abuse the system to show how broken it is. Yes, it's great you're showing how broken it is, but don't do it on my videos, because I still have to go through and delete all of them and clear them up, and it's not exactly the most intuitive system. So yeah, Google Plus is here and most likely here to stay. So we're going to have to get used to it. So here's kind of my critique of been using it over the last few days. What do I think about it now? I actually like the bell thing. It means you can respond to somebody's comment without having to go back to the video, because you can click the little reply button next to their individual comment and hit a +1, or rather hit plus, type in their name, and it directly comments back to them. That also shares it to Google Plus and notifies them. So the notification system is probably a lot better than it used to be. I used to find that comments, not all comments, ended up in my inbox on the old YouTube system. Here, I don't think I've missed a single comment as such. I've just not been able to reply to all of them because you need your settings set to anyone. So I'm slowly coming around to the system. The biggest annoyance probably is that basically not everybody is going with it, and that is totally fine, because of course you want to, you don't want to follow the system. You want your old system back. You want to sign these petitions. You want to get back to it. That's fine. But to interact with my videos and for me to be able to interact with you, we've got to accept the new system. Otherwise, if you do post a comment, I'm just not going to be able to reply to you, because it will come up saying I can't post you, and that is incredibly frustrating for me, because I'm like, I really want to comment back to you or something like that, and it's just like, no, you can't do it. Screw you. And I'm like, no, Darth Vader, no. Yeah, so that is horrible, but the best way I think Google Plus could have sorted this out was by, when they made the switch over, setting everyone's settings by default to anyone. But here's the thing, that would have also made anyone that legitimately uses Google Plus as a social network open to everybody else, which they probably don't want, because they want privacy settings. So what Google Plus needs to do is they need to make a separate settings for Google Plus comments and interaction and YouTube comments. But then they're splitting apart the whole thing. They're splitting YouTube comments from Google Plus comments, which isn't what this thing's about. It's about integrating the two together, even though it won't work. So it's just like, ah! So, yeah. Please do go check out that video in the description if you are having issues. I know I've said it like 3 or 4 times, but just if everyone can send it to anyone that wants to use it right now, that is great. You can always create another Google Plus profile if you want to use it as your proper social network, and just use this as your YouTube connected account, which I know a lot of people are doing, which is probably going to have to be the way forward. But overall, there are some good things about it. It is quite quick and easy to reply to comments now. I do like that. You do just have to be aware that when you click on kind of a new notification, it shows you the whole feed that's come before. So it may have several new comments on there that you'll have to read through, not just the top one. So it's worth bearing in mind that when you click on that little bell, slowly read through rather than going, where's the comment, where's the comment, where's the comment, I don't know where it is. Because then you go, I don't see the comment. Yeah. But anyway, it's not the most ideal thing. Perhaps it's a step in the right direction. Eventually we will see. So anyway, I'm not going to talk about Google Plus anymore. I'm not going to try and talk about it anymore in my videos unless something goes absolutely tits up with it. All I will be saying at the start of most of my videos for still probably the next week or so will be to check out that how to use Google Plus comments. And that is not, as I said, not meant to be pedantic or anything like that. It is basically to get people, the majority of people that are now using Google Plus are to access and comment on YouTube. So for everyone else to be able to interact with you, and mainly for me to be able to interact with you, you need to set it to anyone. Anyway, the other thing I was going to talk about, varied and slightly different content coming to my channel. Well, first off, the Batman series, I haven't done that for over a week now. I'm going to do some more of that this coming week. Elves of Lorien and Harad will both be out this week. My co-op campaign with Heir of Carthage is actually out today. It will be out in a few hours' time, hopefully, once we get that synced and released. So please, please, please do go check that out. It was great fun to record. We're doing a cooperative campaign rather than head-to-head. Now, I know some people want to see us go head-to-head. But actually, we decided we'd go for Macedon and Athens and play together, seeing as they start off as kind of master and client state as such. And it's kind of a nice central position to spread out from. Doesn't rule out we won't do head-to-head in the future or something like that, but for now that's that campaign. So I do hope you'll tune in and obviously check out Heir of Carthage if you haven't already. That should be a fun series, and that will be uploaded basically whenever we get time to record. Because of the time zone difference, it makes it even harder than kind of a regular co-op, because we're trying to get time zones where we both are free, and often more than not that ends up being when we're both busy. But we're going to try and do it, you know, hopefully a video each weekend or something like that. But stay tuned for all that. Other thing that I've been talking about for a while is that I'm going to be doing some reviews soon, and SteelSeries very kind enough to send me the Siberia V2 headset, as well as the Apex gaming keyboard, which has backlight illumination. Now, this is a very nice keyboard. Very, very nice. I've never had a decent keyboard as such before. I've always kind of bought cheaper keyboards. I think the most I've ever spent on one was perhaps a £30, £35 one, which probably is getting into the realms of expense for a keyboard. But it had nice buttons and a palm rest, and some of the keys were backlight illuminated, but nowhere near as good as the Apex. Apex is a proper mechanical gaming keyboard. It's really, really nice. The SteelSeries Siberia V2 is an older headset. It's been around for about 3-4 years now, I believe. And I'm interested to do a review on it because it is still selling well. Wherever I go into kind of a game shop, games accessory shop, they are always being sold, and it's like, why are they doing so well? So I'm going to be looking at both of those, doing a separate video for each one, reviewing them. And yeah, if you're interested in kind of looking for some new gaming gadgets for Christmas, these might well be the kit filler for you. So anyway, that's all I had to talk about this video. It's probably gone on for ages, but I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do check out my other content. Look forward to that co-op with Heir of Carthage. Reviews will be out tomorrow, Monday. So as always, I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to comment, rate, subscribe. Ciao for now. Bye.